In this video, we're talking all about Cabba, and in his base form, he just has that base aura, which is going to get a 3. And we've seen this grab before, and in the past I've given it a 3, so I'm gonna give it a 3 again. And then for his skills, he has the explosive wave as well as full power. You guys know I don't love an explosive wave, and we are going to be seeing a lot of them going forward, but this skill lineup's not that bad. I am willing to give it a 4. And then for his blasts, he has the Gallic Cannon, which is basically just a Gallic gun, and High Speed Rush, which is a really lame rush. These impacts are not impactful. It's basically just one stagnant shot of him punching them. It's just not great. And then we have his ultimate Gallic Rage, which is a much better rush, but it's still not a great ultimate. I think this rush works a lot better as a blast. That initial impact is really good, and we have some nice effects on this attack, but it really is just him punching them a bunch. All in all, I think I'm gonna give this blast lineup a 2. As for Cabba's overall aura, I wasn't so against the idea of them introducing new Saiyans from a different universe, but I didn't feel like we had to do that, as there's still potential for other Saiyans to have survived. And because he was raised differently, he just acts different than all of the other Saiyans. It also doesn't help that he's just scrawny and weak looking. He just doesn't look as cool as any of the other Saiyans that we have. All in all, I'm gonna give his aura a 2. And then we have Super Saiyan Cabba. This is a very standard transformation sequence, nothing too special to say about it. As for his aura, that's gonna get a 4. And then for his grab, he just has the same grab again, so that is going to get the same score. And then for his skills this time, we have Explosive Wave and Wild Sense. Oh, what a downgrade. Look, Wild Sense isn't bad, but not having an Insta-Spark move is kind of a bummer. I'm gonna give this skill lineup a 3. And then moving on to his blasts, we have a new move, Gallic Rain, which is just an energy volley, and it is not going away. As for his other blasts, hey, it's Gallic Rage. And here it actually works really well. I like it as the Blast 2 slot. It just feels much more like a Blast Rush than it does an ultimate attack. Speaking of ultimate attack, we have the Super Gallic Cannon, which is a super Gallic gun. There's some good effects on it, some good feedback. I don't mind this at all. Although I do think it's a little bit strange that all of his attacks are pretty much just Vegeta's attacks. And this isn't the fault of the game, this is just the attacks that he has. I just wish if we were going to introduce new Saiyans, that they got new techniques. And just calling it Gallic Cannon instead of Gallic Gun really doesn't do that for me. I think I'm gonna give this blast lineup a 3. It's better, but it's still not great. As for Super Saiyan Cabba's overall aura, it doesn't make much of a difference. I honestly feel like it would have been cool if the Saiyans from Universe 6 had an alternative to Super Saiyan. It's a whole different universe with completely different rules. Obviously they are similar, and I guess you could say the difference between 7 and 6's Saiyans are that they could unlock it substantially easier, with Kale and Caulifla unlocking it through the back tingle thing. Oof. But just giving Cabba Super Saiyan and then a bunch of Vegeta's moves is really just the biggest nothing burger of all time. I am going to keep his aura at a 2. And now we have Super Saiyan 2 Cabba. Once again, an unremarkable transformation sequence, but I wouldn't expect anything else. As for his aura, hey, just because it's on Cabba doesn't mean I'm not gonna give this one a 5. I like the little zappy zaps. I am a simple man. This aura is gonna get a 5. As for his grab, nothing has changed and nothing will change. As for his skills, we still have that explosive wave, huh? And then he has growth, which is an Insta-Spark. This is literally the same as his base form, so it's going to get the same score of 4. And then for his blasts, we see that Super Gallic Cannon make its way from the alt slot to the Blast 1 slot, and once again, this is just fine. And then we have the Gallic Rain. It's probably too much to ask for him to not have this, but I straight up would have preferred to have the Gallic Rage instead of Gallic Rain. At least give me a fun rush, instead of just another volley. Or just Gallic Rage with a beam on the end. Just something to differentiate it and give him a unique move. And for his ultimate, we have Final Stream, which is Final Flash, where he says, "I'd better not embarrass Master" as the voice line, which, like, you're already embarrassing him wearing that fit. Nowhere to go but up. Anyway, this attack actually looks pretty good. The beam is a good size, there's some nice effects on it. Not the best Final Flash in the game, but it is definitely still good. I honestly think between the beam, the volley, and the beam, this blast lineup is not any better than his previous. So I'm going to give it the same score of 3. As for Super Saiyan 2 Cabba's overall aura, look, I don't want anybody whose favorite character is Cabba to hate on me here. And in the anime and the manga, I don't hate Cabba. I think a lot of the things that were done with the Universe 6 Saiyans was weird. but I still find him an interesting character. The unfortunate thing about it is that he just doesn't really translate to this game very well. He doesn't feel like a standout unique character, he just feels like a different skin of Vegeta, especially with the Gallic Rains and the explosive waves. And I don't want Cabba to be Vegeta Light, I want Cabba to be Cabba. But unfortunately, that's just not what we got. I'm gonna keep it consistent on this one. His aura is going to get a 2. And with that, folks, that's going to bring us to the end of this moveset review. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. I also live stream almost every weekday, so if you see that we're live sometime, come say hi. But with that, I have been Gunchpot, this has been a moveset review. Thank you everybody again so much for watching, and of course, as always, see you next time.